How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another First Descendant guide. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can be able to earn yourself an energy activator. In order for you to craft the energy activator, you are going to need these materials. There's going to be 2 out of the 5 materials that are going to be a bit harder to acquire, especially the one on the bottom called Energy Activator Blueprint. If you are playing on hard mode, you would have a 6% chance to acquire this, but if you're playing on normal mode, it would be a 3% chance. So this one's by far one of the most hardest ones to acquire because this one is based on RNG. The rest are just going to a certain location, either killing an enemy or opening a vault. You guys are probably wondering, what do energy activators do? Well, if we were to go to either our Descendant or our weapon, so in this case I'm on my Descendant, as you can see here, it says energy activators use count and is 0 out of 1. If you were to apply an energy activator on your Descendant, it will increase your module capacity up to 20. So as what you see here, the max capacity up, the default is 60, but if I input an energy activator, it will go up to 80. But it's kind of different for the weapons. So instead of going it up by 20 module capacity for your Descendants, it is actually going to be going up by 30 as what you're seeing here because I already put an energy activator inside of my Thunder Cage. So as what you see here, it is plus 30 max capacity up. It also takes 30 hours for you to cook up this energy activator when talking to the research lady. So as what you see here, I already waited 30 hours. I can just acquire it and bada bing, bada boom, an energy activator for moi. So now you guys know what energy activators do. Let me show you guys how you can be able to acquire each and every material. Let's first start on this one called the Low Carbon Activator. To acquire this, you will need to press F and you will need to go to this mission in Kingston called Fallen Theater Vulgus Strategic Outpost. I will show you a cheese or a glitch, however you want to call it, and this method would give you infinite amounts of this material. I also forgot to mention for this method for acquiring the low carbon activator, you don't really have to do it on hard difficulty. It is way easier doing it on normal difficulty because one, depending on what level you are, you can't insta-kill each and every enemy you see, and that's what we're going to need to do in order for us to get infinite amounts of this material. What I do recommend is that when you're farming this low carbon material, I do recommend putting your privacy into private so no other players will interrupt your session. As what you're seeing here, the outpost is ready to start. So what I'm going to do is just, of course, run in, and then instead of using the Sharon strat, I would actually just destroy all 3 of these power units. Once I destroy all 3, the boss will spawn in the middle. What I do now is that I will try to exit out of the mission as what you see the timer there. My goal is to reach it to 0 seconds. While I do that, I'm going to ADS towards the boss and then 2, 1, 0, shoot the boss. It's a failed mission, but the loot is right here. I can just acquire it as what you're seeing here times 9, and I can immediately start it back up again. I'm going to show you guys again just to give you more of an idea for this farming method. So I'm just going to clear out all of the ads around me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Kill the boss. I failed the mission, and then I get my rewards back. So I'm going to be showing you guys what would happen if you were to kill the boss earlier than reaching 0 seconds. So I destroyed all of the outposts. I waited for the boss to spawn. Once I kill him before the 0 seconds, here's what it does. It completes the mission, but as what you see on the timer, it is a minute now. So they actually reverted to the 5-minute cooldown into a minute. So if you do fail doing this, don't worry. All you would have to do is wait a minute and then rinse and repeat again. But I just find that doing the 0-second strat is much easier and more quicker than waiting a minute for the boss to spawn. So once you see the timer reach to 0, you will have like a split second to shoot the boss and kill him. And yeah, you'll just get the loot infinitely if you want to get tons of this low carbon material. It takes a while for you to get good at this, but the more you do it, the more better you get. So now let's head to the second material for the energy activator. It is called the Conductive Metallic Foil. To make this more efficient, you will need to use a Descendant called Enzo because of his passive skill called Fire Supporter. The efficiency increases when Enzo disarms a security or a encrypted vault, and rewards increased when this happens. So in order for you to proc this passive skill, you would need to have a Descendant near you or in your team, because whenever you interact with the vault, the time to react is going to be much easier, especially doing this on the ultra vaults. Let me show you guys how you could be able to farm code breakers. The farm that I'm going to be showing you guys, you can farm each and every rarity. So for me, I was farming for for like half an hour, and I've gotten the white one, the ultra one, and the precision one. So here's what mission you need to farm. You need to go to the sterile land and go to this mission called Anticipated Ambush Point. Here's what you need to do. It will be more efficient if you were to run with Bunny, because she is extremely good when clearing out enemies. So if you are running Bunny, this will take you roughly 30 seconds to a minute per run. And if you also want to increase your chances even further, I do recommend going for this external component that comes with consumable drop rate increase modifier. I'm going to show you guys a gameplay where I've gotten 2 ultra precision code breakers just from killing enemies. So this will increase your chances of getting more code breakers. And I actually got this one just by farming this mission. So you guys won't have to worry about farming other missions. This mission will give you everything you would need: external components, reactors, weapons, materials, and also code breakers. So this mission is going to be extremely viable when you farm code breakers. You're also going to be leveling up your proficiency weapons as well, and your descendants too. So once you have your code breakers, all you will need to do is go to the energy activator, press your acquisition info, and go to either normal or hard mode in that map called the Vespers. So for me, I'm gonna do it on hard, and hopefully I can be able to get an ultra vault so I can show you how easy it is to use when playing on Enzo. For me, my personal opinion, I like to run it on this map because I have more of an idea where the vaults are, but you can also get it on each and every other area of the map. So in order for you to find the vaults, you will need to press your tab on the keyboard or press your right joystick on controller. Just keep spamming it until you hear like a high-pitched noise. But in order for you to get that little high-pitched noise, your Descendant needs to look at that direction. It's not your mouse. And you can also tell where the vault is by looking at these holographic squares on the floor. The game is just telling you that there's a vault nearby. So it's facing this direction. I don't have the white code breaker, but just interact with it and you'll get the loot. But I'm going to try to find another one that does have the ultra vault. All right, here's another example. I stumbled upon this holographic square. I'm assuming it's over here. So I'm just pressing my tab and I'm hearing the little beeping noise, and hopefully this is an ultra. Yes, this is an ultra precision code breaker. So here's what happens when you have Enzo. Usually whenever you don't have it, the time to like hit it is going to be very slim to hit. This one's a bit bigger and easier. Hopefully I can get it right. So all of this is like easier to get. So boom. Oh, I actually missed it because I fat fingered, but boom, I got it. And there we go. I got 12 conductive, whatever you call it, foils, metallic foils. But yeah, you get the point. Just follow those holographic stuff, press your tab or your right joystick, and then it will lead you to the direction of where you need to go. And again, if you don't have Enzo, especially doing it on the ultra vaults, it's going to be very, very hard for you to time it right. But yeah, I do recommend going for Enzo. If you would like to see a guide on how to get Enzo, let me know in the comments, and let's head to the next material for the energy activator. For the next one, it is heat plasma battery. Here's where you need to go to get this material. So to get this material, you can choose any of these 2 missions. You can choose the Haven, or you can choose the old mystery from Hagos or Hygos, however you want to pronounce it, but just go to this area. Any of these 2 missions would give you that material, but I do prefer going to this one in particular, and I'll show you why. So for this mission in particular, all you would have to do is you can just skip all the ads and then run to where that icon is, that little bullseye icon. And then once you're at the bullseye icon, all you would have to do is just kill every single ad you see to destroy it. I believe there's 3 of these little devices, but as you're killing through the ads, a little yellow bar will spawn, the yellow bar enemy. All you would have to do is kill him and he will drop the material. This one is different because this one is on hard mode, but if you are doing this on normal difficulty, I'll show you where he will spawn on the normal difficulty. So I'm just killing the second one, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna spawn somewhere around here. There he is. That's the yellow bar dude that we need to kill. Once he dies, he will drop the material for us, and once he does, as what you see here, that's the icon for these materials. Hover over it and I got 10. So that is the location for the hard mission or the hard mode. But the sad thing is only one of those guys spawn per mission. So if you're just physically just going for those in particular, you can just load out the mission and then load back in. All right, so this is the area where the next boss will spawn if you're on normal. This is the only area for him to spawn on normal difficulty. He will spawn right here. It would be those robotic floaty robots. The next material to get for the energy activator is the Polatomic ion particle. This one's pretty easy, to be honest. The mission that I would like to go for is this one right here, command relay. You'll see see why once we get there. So for this mission, you can do it in a public area just to make it go by very quickly. But the main gist of this mission is to, of course, go into the dome, kill every ad you see. Once you do, a yellow bar boss will spawn and he will have a chance to drop this material. There are going to be 3 bosses in total, so those bosses will have a chance to drop this material. So this is the first boss that spawns. Hopefully he drops it, and see, this was the chance that he couldn't drop it, so I got unlucky there. Hopefully the other dude will drop it. There are other missions too, but I just find that this is way easier because 3 of the yellow bosses will spawn in one mission, because the other missions, they will only spawn 1 of these yellow bars. All right, the second elite enemy spawned. I just got to find him to see where he's at. I think that's him. Yep, that's him. Hopefully he drops it. Boom. I think he did, actually. There it is. Collect it, and I got 8 of that material. All right, here's the final boss. Let's kill him. Never mind, I died. All right, here's the final boss. Let's try to kill him for him to hopefully drop that loot. Let's see if he did. He did not. So I got 1 out of the 3. But yeah, just keep doing this mission. You would have a chance, but it's better than doing the other missions because this one drops 3 bosses and the other ones just drop 1. But if you do not want to do this mission, you could also do this one as well if you like. For the last material for you to need to craft an energy activator is this energy activator blueprint. These are the most painful ones to get. Here's why. There are 2 ways for you to acquire this blueprint. One of them is from the material patterns that correspond to the void fusions. So as what you see here, this is a hard mode material pattern. So it is a 6% chance in order for you to acquire this energy activator. I think this applies to most of the material patterns in the game currently. So this one, in order for you to open this, you would have to open a fusion reactor. And if you do have a stabilizer, they look like these, it would increase your chances up to 10%. So the void fusions look like this. Yes, this isn't the correct one, but they look like this. You can tell which void fusion reactor is the right one by going into here. And for me, as what you guys saw, it was a pattern 93. So I go to the amorphous material right here, search up 93, and this is the right one. So I would have to press F for the acquisition info, and then it would lead me to the mission where I need to farm it. And then I can just go down here, and this is what you see here. It says 93. I would need 39 monomer shards and 6 polymer shards. Interact with it, kill the boss, and use my 93 material pattern, and I would have a 6% or a 10% if I do have a stabilizer to acquire this material. So this is the first method if you do want to do these void fusion reactors, and the next one is by doing the void intercept bosses. For those, you would need to acquire this pattern in these hard missions called the infiltration operation. Any of these will drop a pattern, and then for these patterns, you would have to look very closely to see which one will drop the energy activator blueprint. So I swapped to the next one because I changed it here. So on pattern 59, this one will drop an energy activator. So I would have to go to my map, go to the hard mode. And for that one in particular, I would have to kill this boss to open this pattern, which would give me a 6% chance. But if you do have a stabilizer, it would give you a 10% chance. So let's just say I want to get this 59 pattern. You could actually get 2 guaranteed when doing this mission when you complete it, but your kill score has to be either like 230% or 240%. To increase your odds, you would click this, which would give you these modifiers, which will increase it, but you can re-roll it, which will cost 1,000 gold. That's pretty cheap. So I am looking for a kill score that would have a 230 or above to make it easier to get these guaranteed patterns. So it's a 100% chance if you reach 49,500 and a 20% chance for a stabilizer. So I got a 230%. I look at the modifiers. They seem pretty all right. You would only have to be able to load this one in a private operation. So you have to get people in your team instead of finding it publicly. If this video helped you, I do really appreciate it if you would hit that like button and also subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, or afternoon.